You remember the exact moment it started. You were telling him about something that mattered to you, and he casually said, "My ex never reacted to things like that." Just a sentence, in passing, but something inside you tightened. And from that moment on, you started competing with a person you've never even met for the approval of the one person who invented this race. This wasn't a random hurtful comment. This has a name, triangulation, and it's one of the most damaging manipulation tools that almost nobody talks about. Today, I'm going to explain how triangulation works, why it's so effective specifically on driven, successful people, and what's actually happening in your brain when you get pulled into this game. By the end of this video, you won't be competing anymore in a race that only exists in his words. Dr. Ramani Durvasula, one of the world's leading experts on narcissistic abuse, describes triangulation with precision. It's a psychological threesome you never consented to. The definition is simple. Triangulation is the introduction of a third party into a relationship dynamic for the purpose of gaining control. That third party can be real, an ex, a coworker, a friend, or it can be imagined, a vague mention of people who really get him, a hint at attention he supposedly received, a threat that is always present but never verifiable. Psychiatrist Murray Bowen, the founder of family systems theory, was the first to describe this mechanism. The emotional connection between two people is inherently unstable. Under stress, a two-person system becomes a three-person system, a triangle. Narcissists don't create emotional stability. They feed on chaos. Here's what's important to understand right away. Your reaction is not weakness, and it's not jealousy. Research by narcissistic abuse expert Shahida Arabi shows that 71% of adult children of narcissists have experienced triangulation and unfair, demeaning comparisons to other people. This is not rare. It is a systematic tool. And here's exactly why it works so effectively on you. There are 3 forms of triangulation. Recognizing each one is the first step to stop falling into it. Form 1. Direct triangulation. The third person is physically present. He praises a coworker right in front of you, drawing an obvious unfavorable comparison. Or he invites an ex to a shared event, watching closely for your reaction. The goal is to trigger jealousy, insecurity, and competition for his attention. Form 2. Indirect triangulation. Here, it's not a direct comparison, it's implication. My ex never complained about things like that. My coworker just gets it. My friend would do anything for me. You're never explicitly told that you're falling short. You're simply left to draw that conclusion yourself. And psychologically, that is often more corrosive than being told outright. Form 3. Imagine triangulation. This is the most sophisticated version because the third party may not exist at all. He references vague admirers, describes attention he supposedly received, hints at opportunities he's choosing not to pursue right now. The threat is always present, but it can never be verified. That uncertainty is the most destructive part. Here's what happens in your brain when you get pulled into this game. The intermittent reinforcement we discussed in previous videos is in full effect here. The unpredictable alternation between comparison and approval creates a powerful, addiction-like attachment to the narcissist. This is not a character flaw. This is a predictable psychological response to systematic manipulation. Your brain starts treating his approval as a reward, precisely because it's unpredictably withheld and then given again. The rarer the reward, the harder you fight for it. Self-blame serves a specific function here too. If the problem is you, then the solution is within your control. It's an illusion of control. But the brain prefers an illusion of control over total helplessness. 3 specific situations that will help you recognize triangulation. First, third parties keep getting pulled into your conflicts with him. Second, you feel like you're competing for his approval against someone else, real or just casually mentioned. Third, you're told what some other person really thinks about you, with no way to verify it. If even one of these situations keeps repeating, it's not coincidence, and it's not random drama. It's a systematic control tool. And here's the key moment that changes everything. That pit in your stomach that says you're not measuring up. Pause and ask yourself, who introduced this competition? The triangulation game only works with your participation. When you refuse to compete, the tactic loses most of its power. Don't try to outdo the third person. Don't try to prove you're better than the ex, the coworker, or that imagined admirer. Participating in the comparison at all is already a win for the manipulator. The best response is to calmly name the mechanism out loud. Interesting that you brought that up right now. And then simply don't continue the race. Here's the most important thing to take from this video. Triangulation works so well specifically on driven, successful people because you're used to winning competitions. You're used to trying harder the moment you sense you're falling behind. That trait is incredibly valuable in your career, in sports, in personal growth. But in the hands of a narcissist, it becomes a hook. You didn't lose because you're weak. You fought because you've spent your whole life knowing how to fight and win. Now you know this was never a race worth running. In the next video, we're going to talk about the final phase of recovery, how to recognize the signs of healing after narcissistic abuse, and why the recovery process looks nothing like you'd expect. Link right here. Leave a comment. Do you remember a moment when you were pulled into a competition like this? Just describe it briefly. You are not alone, and that race was never yours.